Hi Virgo, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of June, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month, it's called Two Sides, One Story. It's basically a reading that brings guidance and perspective upon two sides, both positive and negative, the light attribute and the shadow attribute being played out at the same time in any given situation, relationship, question you might have in mind about that balance between pros and cons, if something is more favorable or less so for you. So, if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, again, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Virgo, it feels like during mid June, there's a lot of things that, you know, in the headspace, like fire here. It's like an energy that's very interesting because it's like your head is on fire, and yet at the same time it feels like this fire is bringing a lot of progress and how can I say, like a development of your intelligence, the development of your skills, the development of your consciousness. It's like through the fire that might at times be felt, and this could be taking the form of a lot of headaches or impatient reactions, impatience in general, arguments. It feels like even though there might be moments in mid-June that are very intense and feel like burning, again, like burning your ability to deal properly with certain things, especially Virgos that are more used or comfortable with the cool, rational, detached, way of reacting and responding to situations. This can be taking you out of your element, and yet at the same time, by you being taken out of your element, you're really expanding your consciousness and your awareness. And there's so much expansion occurring in the mind that you're able to perhaps create things, manifest things, say things that are so important and influential. For Virgos that are trying to influence situations, be mindful, because this is a time that you can really influence in a very strong way, for good or for bad, through the power you're using, the power of your mind, the power of your ideas, your opinions. What you think about, you bring about, is really what this reading is about for some of you Virgos. And I just feel like there's a word of caution here, because you might say something, do something in a moment of where you're very heated in a moment of rage or anger. And it's like, when we say and we say out of anger, I hope you die. And we don't mean that. Obviously, we really deep down don't mean that. But we say it because, or I hope you're unsuccessful, or I hope you never make it, or I hope you have your heart broken. Those type of negative projections, intentions to others. Just be very careful always, but particularly when you are under this influence, to not say anything that you don't mean, especially to say something to affect someone, but in reality you're not wanting anything that you're saying to come true. So there's a little bit of warning about that. But for other Virgos, there's also this thing of use your intelligence wisely, meaning that use also the power of your word wisely, because you have that extremely you have the real power of word with you and the reason with you. But use that wisely, meaning that most of you Virgos perhaps will be dealing with conflict, will be dealing with situations that appeal to the use of your wisdom, the use of your advice, the use of your insight. And it could be that you're tempted to intervene or say something out of place, meaning that it's better for you to wait for the right moment. And when the right moment comes, you will know that the right moment comes. That's the thing, is like, if we want to rush into saying something just to prove that we're right or prove that we know better, that's probably the wrong time. If we wait it out and we keep observing and breaking down the situation and analyzing it from various perspectives, and after really analyzing the situation, we get an opportunity to say what we think about this, to say what we believe is the best approach or really what's occurring, then that will be the right time, because it will not be made through an impulse or an urge to, prove yourself as being right or prove yourself as being powerful or smart or creative, whatever it is that you're trying to affirm during this time. And this is going to be the challenge for some of you Virgos, because again of the fire in the head. So again, I keep getting like cooling down will be the challenge, because you can really get kind of affected by a dynamic of conflict that it's occurring either in your group of friends or in the world, something in your workplace, something you're observing where there's a lot of ego, a lot of competitiveness, a lot of differences of opinions clashing into each other. And you might be in the midst of this, in this type of clash or heated debates and differences of opinions. And, we start losing, when we get too involved with our ideas and opinions, we start losing, again, perspective about what we're really doing and saying. So it's a moment to appeal to the wise side in you, the higher self side, where you speak when you need to speak and you retreat when you need to retreat. And knowing when to do something and when not to do something is also, for some Virgos, a challenge. For others of you Virgos that are in the academic world, that are studying, that are trying to excel at a project where you put a lot of your intellectual power into it, for Virgos that are trying to manifest something like diligently, like really applying a lot of your attention to something, discipline to something, study to something, this is a great time to have intellectual results coming through beautifully, like to have your intelligence acknowledged, your ideas acknowledged, your special something acknowledged. Basically, there's a feeling of, with the Magician as your opportunity, you can again make a difference. You can make a difference, and this is why the message keeps being this one, is like, you can make a huge difference in the way people look at certain things. So your ideas and your opinions are not just mere ideas and opinions right now. They carry, again, influence. They carry a role that can be transformative to other people, an example to other people. So this is why when you want to put things out, you're sure that what you're putting out of you is with the best intention, is with the best purpose, is really coming from a place of light. Some of you Virgos have, during May-June, real power. So we want to see the Hierophant, helping the Magician be more grounded in, common sense, and in knowing that, when we feel powerful, we feel invincible. We feel like we can say anything and do anything and we get away with it. So there might be, for some Virgos, there might be a moment in mid-June where you feel so, I don't want to say full of yourself, but kind of like you feel so good and sure and, confident with something about yourself that you might not see beyond that. So you're attaching again your ideas, your opinions, and your beliefs at a very personal level. And you might clash with people in your life that are doing the same in their own like fixed positions. For other Virgos, there's also a possibility like you're bringing unity to discord. Again, the power and the influence to make things work for better or for worse. So either you're able to bring harmony, peace, understanding to discord, or you're able to bring into a place of harmony discord. So it's either you're agent of chaos or an agent of good things. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.